Okay, the first module on the adamant intermediate trail formulas and validations. The first unit is use formula fields. You can join along with me as I learn this unit on my journey to becoming a Salesforce admin. Or you could look at the description below, and if I came across anything that I think will be helpful as a reference point for you while you're learning it, I added it in the description, and you could jump right to that point in the video. Okay. Use formula fields. After completing this unit, you'll be able to create a custom formula field and use the formula editor. Explain why formula fields are useful, outline at least one use case for formula fields, and create simple formulas. Let's get started. First, I need to get some water. Introduction to formula fields. You've got a lot of data in your organization. Your users need to access and understand this data at a glance without doing a bunch of calculations in their heads. Enter formula fields, the powerful tool that gives you control of how your data is displayed. Let's say you want to take two numeric fields on a record and divide them to create a percentage. Or perhaps you want to turn a field into a clickable hyperlink for easy access to important information from a record's page layout. That came up last unit. I was talking about sales, number of products moved. Wasn't just how much product gets sold, it's what's bringing in more money. But this is how you do that. Maybe you want to take 2 days and calculate the number of days between them. All these things and more are possible using formula fields. Let's look at a specific example. What if you wanted to calculate how many days are left until an opportunity's close date? You can create a simple formula field that automatically calculates that value. By adding the value to the opportunity page layout, your users can quickly access this key information. You can also add this field to reports and list views for instant access. Okay. So the stuff that I'm learning, hearing is first creating the formula, first calculating the value, adding it to the page layout or to list views. Right. That's all the sort of stuff that we did in the beginner trail. Okay, we're looking at 3 different screen captures that are laying on top of each other. Reports. List view on the opportunity and the page layout. Okay. When you're first learning formulas, it's best to start with simple calculations and build up to more complex scenarios. But as you'll see, even simple formulas provide valuable information. In this unit, we take you through the basics of using the formula editor and introduce you to formula syntax through several basic examples. We'll also touch on troubleshooting problems with your formulas. Now let's have some fun. Before we dive into writing formulas, let's locate the formula editor and get to know its features. You can create custom formula fields on any standard or custom object. Okay. To start, we'll create a formula. That's like the first time I read that. Then I was like, oh, a standard or custom object. Yeah, I know what those are, and I'm not like bothered by the fact that fields are built-in objects. I'm just like, yeah, this is the way it works. But I'm still recognizing the fact that I'm recognizing that, which means that I still recognize it. To start with, we'll create a formula in the opportunity object. Follow these steps to navigate to the formula editor. Okay. We have a From Setup, open the Object Manager and click Opportunity. On the left sidebar, click Fields and Relationships. Click New. Select Formula and click Next. In Field Label, type My Formula field. Notice field name populates automatically. Let's be sure to notice that. There it is. Populated automatically. Select the type of data you expect your formula to return. For example, if you want to write a formula that calculates the commission of a sale the person receives on a sale, you select currency. For now, pick text. Click Next. You've arrived at the formula editor. Try not to be intimidated. Time for our tour. Using the formula editor, this image highlights the important parts of the formula editor. Okay. Number 1, the formula editor comes in two flavors, simple and advanced. It's tempting to use the simple editor, but we always recommend using the advanced editor. Advanced doesn't mean more complicated, it means more tools for you to create more powerful formulas. That sounds like more complicated to me. What's wrong with it? The Insert Field button opens a menu that allows you to select fields to use in your formula. Inserting from this menu automatically generates the correct syntax for accessing fields. That's helpful. Let's take a look at that. That's cool. Okay. The Insert Operator button opens a drop-down list of the available mathematical and logical operators. The functions menu is where you view and insert formula functions. Functions are more complicated operations that are pre-implemented by Salesforce. Some functions can be used as is. For example, the today function returns the current date, while others require extra pieces of information called parameters. Thank you for explaining that. The len text function, for instance, finds the length of text you input as a parameter. What's a parameter? An extra piece of information. The formula len hello returns the value of 5. The length of text you insert as a parameter. Okay. The text area is where you enter your formula. When writing a formula, keep in mind that white space doesn't matter. You can insert as many spaces and line breaks as you want without affecting the formula's execution. Okay, that's helpful, I guess. Formulas are case sensitive. Pay attention to capitalization of field and object names. And when working with numbers, the standard order of operations applies. I think I remember what that was. No, I don't remember what that was. Like addition, then multiplication. There's some acronym for that. Once you've written a formula, you can use the check syntax button to ensure that everything is working order before saving. If your formula has issues, the syntax checker alerts you to specify the problems. I'll be using that one a lot. Check syntax. Okay. We don't need to continue creating this formula, so click cancel. Now that you know your way around, let's put the editor to use with some simple examples. Record detail pages contain a ton of information, but sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you need more. For your first formula, let's do something simple. Let's take a single field from an account and show it on a contact using what's called a cross-object formula. Let's take a look. First, create a contact. If you've never created a contact before, go to the contacts and click New, enter any value for a last name, and make sure that you fill in the value for the account name by clicking the lookup icon. Next, we'll create a formula display, the account number. We'll create a formula to display the account number on the contact page. I don't know what an account number is. Phone number? Okay, we've got a person by the name of any value. Let's put a genie point. From static, open the object manager and click Contact. left sidebar, click Fields and Relationships. Oh, that was so hard. Click New. Formula next. Account number. And text for the type. Okay. Click Insert Field on the Advanced Formula Editor. Select Contact, Account Number, then click Enter. Insert Field. Contact. Account number. Insert. That's it. Congratulations, you've written your first formula. Let's see this formula in action. The next page lets you set field level security. For now, click Next. So we can add a formula field to the page layout for the time being. Make sure all the checkboxes are selected, click Next, and then click Save. Now it's the time to see what you've done. Open the detail page for the contact object you just created and find your new account number formula field. I'm a little confused. Did I have to add it to the page layout? When did I add the formula field to the... Did I ever add this formula field to the page layout? account number. There's account number. Was that not there the first time and did I just miss it? I'm not really clear what an account number is anyhow. So after searching for what is the account number field supposed to be, I see Pablo, back in 2011, said, "What is the reason for having a standard account number field? That is not a number, cannot be edited, except for its description, is not and cannot be set as an external ID, and is by default hidden for all users, even from system admins." Javier, Salesforce.com has a sense of humor. Pablo says, "I spent an entire day looking for this. As to when you actually use this field in real life. For what? How?" So measuring success says maybe circumstances in which you want to track accounts with your own alphanumeric system. Sherry says it's not entirely useless. I use it for old database IDs. In case you need to search something in the old database ID. So that could be beneficial. Moving on. Example 2. Display the number of days until an opportunity closes on a report. You can also use the formula fields in reports to increase the visibility of important information. Oh, hey, before I go on, I should mention that I did actually see the account number added, and I didn't have to do those steps that I thought I had to do because it was there. I just missed it the first time because I wasn't looking with a full brain or something. Okay. Say, for example, you wanted a report column that displays the number of days until an opportunity is closed. First, create an opportunity to test our formula. If you've never created an opportunity before, go to the Opportunities tab and click New. Opportunities. Fill in any value for the name. Opportunity name. Any value. Select any stage. And select a close date that's at least 3 days in the future. It goes out to 2049. Then create a custom formula field called days to close on the opportunities object with a number. Oh, return type. Okay. From setup, open the object manager and click opportunity. I should say that the user story for this would be as a Sales rep, I want to see the number of days till an opportunity closes so that I can manage my deals better. Maybe all sorts of different opportunity reasons, maybe. So, we're going to click save. Wait, I need to put it. Do I need to put an account? I think there should be an account. Opportunity and value was created. Okay, so then we're going to go to the object manager, and then, okay, opportunity. So the reason I didn't appreciate it is because I'm creating a field and relationship directly on the object. That's why I don't have to go back in and add it to the layout. And I didn't appreciate that. That's what's happening. We need to find the difference between the opportunity close date and today's date. Let's start by inserting the close date field in the editor. Since we're finding a difference, use subtraction, select minus, subtract from the insert operator menu. But how do we tell our formula that we need today's date? Luckily there's a function called today that updates to match the current date. Find the functions and click insert selected function. Okay. Insert close date in the field editor. That's cool. I don't even have to type. Clicks, not code. After you click through the save screens, it's time to put up your new formula field and report. From the Reports tab, click New Report. Oh, so if you wanted a report. Wait. So here is where I establish field level security. I'm not clear on that yet. But now I should be able to go back to my opportunities. So why? Days to close this here, why is there no value here? I don't think there would be a value. It's got a close date 3 days in the future. Or what did I call it? Close date's different than days to close. I'm changing these again. Gosh, did I miss this? This is the second time I missed. Days to close. There it is. I should be getting a value in there, I don't know. Close date minus today. I have no idea why that's not populating with a value. Okay, it looks like I have added it to the contract layout page. Layout, there it is. Should I click save? I should then be able not to go to reports, but into where do I find contracts? Those are contacts. I don't see it. It is a number. Apparently something didn't update, but I got it right. So that's that.